So wanted to do a little video on miscellaneous things, a couple of tricks, little details with the camper. So first thing is the tail swing. So since the back tire is here and then it's got so much more sticking out the back end, really when you're making turns, you have to watch for that rear end to be swinging around out further than your turn is going. So really be careful with that tail swing. The other thing is the TVs. So there's one on the outside here and one on the inside. They both have Roku's hooked up to them. So that way you can use your phone service on your cell phone to connect to the Roku, and then that will provide you with Netflix and other movie streaming services. The other thing to go over is the heater for the temperature inside the camper. So down here is the propane tank, and right here's the knob to turn it on and off to open and close the propane. So to turn on the heater on the inside, the air heater, what you do is you just open this valve right here, and then you'll go to your thermostat that is by the bed, and then adjust the temperature to the heater and the temperature that you want it, and then that will turn on the heater for the air inside. With the propane, with the hot water heater, it also uses the propane. So what you do is turn that knob on still, and then up here on the control panel inside here is the hot water heater, and you really want to be really careful with the temperature. There is not a gauge on the hot water heater to turn it down, so it does heat up really hot. So what you want to do there is just on the sinks, make sure you test it first, real easy, and mix cold with the hot water heater. And then also what I do is whenever the camper is moving, you want to make sure you come down here and close this valve and turn that off and close it whenever you're moving with the camper. A lot of times, even overnight, I'll come down and close that valve when I'm not using anything. All right, and then also here, let's see, with the door, what I do is just lift the handle and closes. So it's real easy to close the door if you just lift the handle. So it opens real easy and then closes, just lift the handle and then it closes real easy. Just like old school cars. Makes it a lot easier than trying to close it by slamming it. Okay, and then a couple more things on the list here is there is on here the window blind. So with the window blind is pretty easy, just to lift it up. So it just lifts up to have the window blind open and just push it down. There's no string on the side like your normal window blinds. Like this one over here is a normal one that has a string. That one over there just lifts up and down. Then also the above the fridge has the windshield cover in it, and then also there's a curtain that goes over the back of the back seats on the inside of the RV. And of course there's that other video about the windshield cover to go on the outside of the windshield, so whichever one of those you prefer. And also a little first aid kit, has a couple band-aids in there, other such first aid kit stuff. And then another thing to watch out for is right down here in this cabinet, we keep the cleaners. So it's really hard to open, but at the bottom has the cleaners in it. So definitely want to keep that out of the reach of children to watch them on it. This door is very hard to open, but still keep an eye on it because the cleaners are down there. Also, the camper does know smart technology on which power source to use. So if you have the generator running if you have it plugged in to the campground electricity, or if you're using solar panels, it will know which power source to use by itself. So you don't have to do any adjustments there at all. Also, the camper is completely regular gasoline. There's no diesel in it at all. Even the generator will use the gasoline off of the engine tank. So you don't have to use any put any separate gasoline in for the generator. It'll take it from the same tank that the engine comes from. All right, I think so. That should be all the tips. Little details about it, odds and ends things. Definitely will make another video if I think any others, or if you guys have suggestions for me on things that would be helpful. That would be great to let me know. All right, have a great fun time. Thanks.